Hello guys, welcome to Latest Breeze. Today on the head of the news, we'll be talking about Edo PDP Governorship tickets, Untold story of how Obaseki emerged. The defection of Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki to the People's Democratic Party (PDP) on June 19 was one of the major victories in his political career. That move, which Obaseki even confessed, was a revival of his political career after his disqualification by the APC screening committee had been described by many as money gulping. Investigations by Saturday Telegraph revealed that the governor had made the move to join PDP when it became obvious to him that APC would not give him tickets. But many people have said Obaseki paid to join the PDP. Who did he pay and how much did he pay to get PDP tickets? Obaseki was nearly milked dry. One of the multiple sources that spoke with our correspondent on the matter, Okari Ridia Ihimpen, is a chieftain of the PDP in Edo State. He revealed that the governor had to pay heavily to get the party's nomination. Being among the 6 people that held the first PDP meeting in 1998, he is adjudged as one of the oldest members of the party in Edo State, who knows the inner secrets of the party. He said it was not easy for Obaseki. He had to pay many dues and debts to ensure that he succeeded in the game. I won't be able to quantify how much he spent, but he paid every payable person in the party. I can tell you that they milked him dry before they accepted him. He said the only time director of communication the one-time director of communication during the Chief Lucky Igbedion's regime, who is popularly called living ancestor, also alleged that the governor placed some people in his payroll and agreed to give out political appointments as part of the negotiating strategy. I can tell you that so many PDP members are already on his payroll. He had promised them different political positions as palliative measures. That is the extent he went. It was not a tea party for him. That is why he can't stand up to say he would win the election, he said. On the retaining of the deputy governor, Philip Shaihibu, as the running mate to PDP candidate, Ihimpem further alleged that Obaseki had to pay a separate fee for that as well done as those that defected along with him. It was another payment before giving him the party's ticket and allowing all members of his team into the PDP. Like I told you, I said money changed hands. I cannot tell you the amount of money when the man was begging here and there. First of all, he started with South PDP governors. He was doing it gradually. Even when he went to the top, some PDP top shots in Edo went and laid ambush for him. But the man knew the game and was able to navigate his way through in politics. For you to bulldoze your way in situations like that, it is not normal and not always easy. You and I know that the man must have spent a fortune to get where he is today in the PDP. At a time, the slogan was the highest bidder. And when something changed hands, Governor Wike became furious and said, "Ha, it is like these guys won the highest bidder. They are tax collectors," he said. To further confirm what he actually said or on under his comments, in Himpem was asked again to clarify whether the PDP leaders agreed to sell the tickets to Governor Obaseki. The one called living ancestor answered in affirmative. You asked a question that you have seen the answer and you are asking again for another answer. If you say the party's publicity secretary said that PDP ticket was not for sale, so now how did Obaseki get it? How did Obaseki get it if it was not for sale? Did he merit it? Was there any serious party primary? How did he pass through the hurdles where people had to be stepping down? As a journalist, you will now do your analysis whether it was for sale or not, he explained. Also, one of the aides to a serving commissioner in the state who spoke on condition of anonymity said, "These politicians are terrible. It is not the money the governor refused to spend for APC leaders that he is now spending on PDP people. We that have been suffering for him since the crisis, but now beg our friends from the PDP to give us something to buy a bottle of beer. One of my friends from Edo Central, who is a delegate, told me that he was given 150,000 naira. Record has it that between 3 and 5,000 delegates from 18 local government area of Edo State gathered at Dr. Emmanuel Umebudia in Benin City to vote Governor Obaseki. You can imagine how much money has been spent on delegates alone. In fact, Governor Obaseki's defection from APC to PDP was a harvest for most PDP top leaders in the state. We from APC that followed him to PDP have nothing to show for it. I followed him because of my principal. We are also waiting for them to settle us too because we also have our followers who are waiting for us in our various villages. Another PDP delegate from Ovia Southwest, who gave his name as Emmanuel Obasuyu Osaro, said, "Yes, I am happy that PDP has come to power once again in Edo State. We have suffered neglect for the past 12 years, lost all our political positions to Adams Oshimole and his team. But today, it's a big joy to me that we are back to our former position in the state. For the past years in opposition, I have never seen 150,000 as political money. But today, I am happy that I was given some money as a delegate. But for Obaseki's defection, I wouldn't have gotten this amount of cash that I have now. I want to thank him that he did not give us the money to our greedy party leaders. I won't have seen one kobo. We are all going back to our base, to our various wards to commence work for him. It is Obaseki or no election in Edo State." Discussion on Shaibu. Though the PDP National Publicity Secretary, Kola Ologbodiyan, denied knowledge of the governor paying money to the party, another PDP source who confined in Saturday Telegraph confirmed that the money changed hands. How does anybody pay money to join a party? There is nothing of such, Ologbodiyan told Saturday Telegraph. However, it was gathered that some PDP bigwigs were demanding 6 billion for Obaseki to run with his deputy, an amount he reportedly said was on the high side. Obaseki discussing with us, but we have concluded the part and moved on, the highly placed official said, noting that the amount was infinitesimal compared to what he paid to join the party and secure its ticket. According to a party source, the governor parted with 18 to 12 billion to settle the party's national leadership for the Shahibu slot to sail through, while the negotiations for the PDP ticket also cost him huge sums of money. Wicked lies from APC members. Reacting, the leadership of the PDP in Edo State, described as recalcitrant, wickedness, and recklessness. The allegations in some quarters that Obaseki paid to secure the party's governorship ticket to pave way for emergence as the party's candidate. Noting that Obaseki and three governorship aspirants that stepped down took the decision in interest of Edo people. The party noticed that the allegations could be likened to a quarrelsome housewife who, out of ignorance and foolishness, drove away her husband that loved her so much, only to realize his value and importance after he must have married a second wife who cherishes him with so much love. The publicity secretary of the PDP in the state, Chris Nehikari, during an interview with Saturday Telegraph, said the allegation emanated from the pit of hell and reckless voices of members of the APC who drove Obaseki away from their fold because of greed and selfish political aggrandizements that have torn the party into shreds at the state and national levels. Nehikari explained that neither Obaseki and Shahibu nor the trio of Barrister Kenneth Imasugbon, Engineer Gideon Ikene, and Omorige Ogbide Ihama paid a dime to move into the party, stressing that they are as noble men decided on their own to join PDP because of its ideology and as a democratic party with the interests of the people as its focus and attraction. Furthermore, Shaibu said the Edo people are ready to swim the big ocean with Obaseki for a continuation of the delivery of the dividends of democracy, which he promised them in 2016. He, however, noted that the decision to dump APC was not an easy one, but said that it was necessary to follow his principle because of the love and wonderful work that the state governor is doing in the state. I want to tell the peace loving people of Edo State that we are always there for them. We appreciate the support they have given to us since we came on board in 2016. We are together in this battle to free Edo State from the hands of bad people. As the election draws near, I urge everybody to be calm and our great party, the PDP, so that we can both achieve our aims. I am happy that Edo State is now PDP State, while APC is now the opposition party. On one, we furthermore move to some comments on this post. So someone said, we know the story behind the Batson suddenly changing hand at the dying minute. He is slow sharing the money. He said APC leader wants him to share with them with the new party he just joined. Just of you quoting me anyhow and yarning rubbish. I don't blame you. Wait until you make somebody who he is and the person turns around to haunt you, then you will know the true meaning of the word betrayal. I'm an Edo man and I won't support Obaseki. I have never supported PDP, for one, certainly not this time. Anybody who is paying can hug transformer. See as my like shoots up past my guy own below. Make una dash me more. I hate betrayals. So another person also commented, obviously, a calumnious campaign to mal- malign and lampoon Obaseki by the Tinubu era at Lagos Ibadan Expressway. Always, anyways, all we will keep saying is that Edo is not Lagos. Wow. So this person said, same party, different name, wise up. We have another comment here. If you like, tell us the that Obaseki paid $1 trillion to go to each Edo indigene. You know, concern us. Edo is no Lagos. Obaseki is our governor. We have another comment. PDP, please and please, I beg you in the name of God, please no rig Edo election. I knew your masters in that. Please, I beg you again, no do it. So obviously, it seems Edo people are not in support of most Edo people are not in support of the change. So someone put, and it's quite funny. So someone said, one is a man, the other is a sophisticated. Sorry, let me read from the beginning. Can somebody please help me summarize the summary of this article? Wow, it's quite very long. Someone said Edo no be Lagos, so Obaseki no be Ambode. One is a man, the other is sophisticated woman rapper. Wow. So he's trying to throw a shade at Ambode. So this person said it's all right. Oh, the carefree people. Wow. So this comment is actually very interesting. Damn nigga, oh shit, see as article long. If not for my morning read, I for no read this thing. Now I don't read everything. I'm disappointed. I was expecting something different. But the write-up, or rather article, was all about how Obaseki paid about billions of naira to secure the PDP ticket. Same old story from stupid APC miscreants. Whether Obaseki paid or not, we